Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition. I'm going to show y'all just real quick some of the things that I learned in this basics stuff here. So you can see everything across the top, but I'll explain all that in a minute. We created these characters from scratch. This is a pickup that I'll interact with. Well, actually, all of these are pickups. This one's not. It just shows you that it doesn't go through. The item bounces off. And then this one's a jump pad, which will show you that. But let's start from the beginning. Everything was programmed from scratch, so the player first. So we go to the viewport. You can see the character here. If you click on the skeletal mesh, this is the only one that was in here. And we could have uploaded a different one, but this was the only one that came with the project when we did a blank one. So that's one we worked with. And you see there's nothing on the construction script. Alright, so character. And then you see this other stuff doesn't have anything. So I had to do all these input actions for these for the player. So on each individual project setting for the axis, had to create an input action, or not action, but axis, and for the different character movements. So after I did this, made the movement where the character could move forward and backward with that. And then this one's right or left. Um, and then looking up and down and moving left and right. This one's looking left and right. This one's moving left and right. And then looking up and down, just like uh, turning left and right, looking up and down. So those two go together, and these two go together. Move forward, backward, move left, right. All right. So those are all done right here. As you open these up, you're going to add an axis mapping, and then you create which way you want it to go and the scale of how it's going to work. Since W is moving you forward, then you do a plus, but if you're going backward, you do the minus. And it's the same thing with left and right, A and D, forward, and then backwards, or in opposite direction. Same thing here. This was just turning your character one direction and going forward, so that's why it's positive. And then this one, since this is the opposite, you do the opposite. Okay, so we'll close that out. All right, next one. All right, so that was for the player. All right, your pickup here. So you can see we got our pickup. We got our pickup mesh, and this is like the main blueprint for the rest. As you can see, the construction script, we have this set as a where we can change the color of the mesh, and this pickup color is your linear color variable here. Your event graph for your pickups. So on this mesh begin overlap, which is an event, you're going to cast it to your character, which is this guy right here. And you're going to pick up stuff when you overlap those items. So we had to create a function, which is what this is, for that. So for all the child classes up here, which we'll get into in a minute, anytime we overlap with something, function of all pickups, pick up and get rid of on map because we want it to disappear. So we have on this one here, we had to put overlapping character reference for some of the other child class stuff. And this is a character type, and that's why it says overlapping character reference, because you want, if you need to be able to link up your function to a character that it's overlapping with. So anyway, on your base class though, you just want to destroy anything that you come in contact with, because if you don't use this, it's just going to stay on the map and you're going to walk through it. And also, there is something in the details, let's see, that you're going to have to make sure that you're on collision. Let's see. Um, Let me see if it's listed in here. If not, then we'll just have to see what, on the other ones. But anyway, your it's probably on the character. So when you overlap with stuff, yeah, it's probably on the character. Let's see here, collision settings. Okay, so as you can see, the collision presets is your pawn, and you want to make sure that your pawn's able to interact with those items. All right. So this is for the main pickup. Now, if you come over here to these other ones, these are all child classes. So let's go back over here. So this pickup is your main class, but then all these other ones here, these three, this is your pickup speed, your negative speed, and then your jump pad. But anyway, um, these are all child classes of this main pickup here. So let's get into that and show you what I mean by that. So on this main pickup, I explained that to you. So here we go with this one. So as you can see, we got a blue pickup for the cone mesh there. We don't have anything on the construction script or the event graph, so we made a function called do pickup stuff, because obviously you want your character to pick up whatever they interact with, and we made that function over here, do pickup stuff, right? So we continue that over here, and so we got our character's movement when we interacted, and you want to just set your new speed uh, or set your speed and then adjust it. So the reason I put the comment set new speed after multiplied is because that's what you had to do to get your final result. So you had your character over here with your current and max walk speed, and you wanted to times that times something, and your speed multiplier. The reason why I put new speed of character after getting the pickup, because it doesn't necessarily have to be 2 times the amount, but every time I do one of these pickups, if I click on the variable, and I have it instance editable as well, I can adjust it, but here I have it as 2 times the speed. You know, I can always adjust that, but that's what I have it as. So if my current speed is only so fast, then I can times that times the 2 times speed multiplier, and that's where I get this. Taking the current and max speed times it by the multiplier to make you go faster, and this now sets the new speed after multiplied to be your final result. I'll showcase that in a minute. All right, next one. Here's your negative speed. Again, it's showing it's detrimental because it's upside down and it's red. You know, red's associated with bad typically. Nothing in the construction script. And we got nothing in the event graph, but I did put a comment here. You got to look up under the negative speed self right here and the details panel on the right and adjust necessary numbers to match negative speed effects for the character. Change the color to show it's detriment to pick this up. So here you can see the speed multiplier is 0.3 to slow the character down, and the pickup color is red, you know, again to show it's kind of negative. So that's all you really needed for this one. And then the last one, the jump pad. So we got our jump pad. We got a little cylinder. We adjusted the size of our mesh. As you can kind of see, 1.75 and 1.75 to make it look like a jumping pad, and then 0.25 is the height of it to make it small. All right, so construction script doesn't have anything. Event graph. All right, so in the event graph, we decided, since this is a jump pad now, we made a debug path showing where the character would launch to. And then here, this is showing where the player or whatever you're shooting would go to. This shows your starting position, just like as noted here. And then let's see, launch velocity. You would need, so instead of just a end position, you would need where am I going to? So uh, that's why I have my comment here. What direction does the character get launched? Because your character's getting pushed up. So that's why you got your up vector showing what direction. And then you're going to multiply that times a float. How powerful is a launch? Because you want to know exactly in numbers, like how um, is it going to be not very far? Is it going to be super far? Is it going to be somewhere in between? That's what you need this for. Okay, your last one, you're going to multiply the direction. This is your vector here, times the launch strength to give an endpoint of where you're going to go. And then this is why the launch velocity and where you're going to go plugs in there. And then your actors to ignore. I'm not quite sure, otherwise I would have put a comment there. But then let's get into the function again that do pick up stuff, which originated from here. All right, so if the character collides with this jump pad, then just like I said before, you're going to need a character reference. So if you launch your character, what character is it launching? So if you're using your character or whatever character you're using, make sure that this reference from this right here, again, add that input. That kind of makes sense for this right here. So since again this is a child class, so your character is going to connect right here, and this is going to launch your character at the end, but you still need to know where's it going to go and all that stuff. So the same thing applies as the event graph here. It's the same idea. What direction does the character get launched? You're going to get shot up. So since that's the case, then you're going to need that, and then you're going to need a float for how powerful. And then you're going to multiply the direction times the strength, and it's going to give you your finale, your final. Give me a second while I adjust this. I should have adjusted this a little bit ago. All right, so this gives you your finale there. And then after this compiles and saves, I'm going to go into the level and showcase these things working. All right. You got the one character that's just static there, and then you got the one player start, which as you can kind of see. And that white box shows that this right here is just not just going to fall through the item, it falls off the item. All right. So now if I pick this up, it's just going to disappear. So that's just the regular pickup. Now you can see how fast I'm going, and that's with just regular speed. Now if I pick this up, the blue one, it obviously is going to speed me up. So let's see that in action here. See how I'm moving faster, going super fast, super fast. Okay, cool. So let's go even faster and get another one. It will double the speed again. Go all the way around the map. All right. And then you got this one, which will bring you back down, or it will detriment how fast you're going. So, as you can kind of see, slows down my character quite a bit. All right. So now, for the last one, the jump pad will shoot me back and forth. And to show this in action, once I step on there, then my character would just keep jumping back and forth all day. If I just to stop right here, and you kind of see my character get launched in the air, but that's it. So pretty nifty, but I could do this all day. And also, if you think of other games that this could be in, like Sonic and stuff like that, where um, they have these jump pads that shoot you forward, you could do that same thing here. You know, just make sure that that launch makes sense for your where you're gonna go. And what I mean by that, if I click on this jump pad, and I wanted to see uh, the debug path. Let's see. There's a way to select it. I'm just not sure. Let's see here. Hmm. Well, anyway, there is a way to select it and then show the debug path, but I'm not quite sure at the moment how I did it. But as you can see, all those actors all work and everything, and um, and even though these characters move around and they're static with their arms out, that's just the way this character was created, and it doesn't have all those animation features. So we had to kind of create those with the axis mappings here. So we'd still have to do more to do animation there, but that wasn't the idea here. The idea was getting these other things up and running. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and we will see y'all soon for more videos showcasing other ways to create some stuff. So look for more tutorials soon. And this isn't really a tutorial video, just showcasing stuff I learned in class. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, and we'll see y'all soon for more. Thank y'all for checking this out.